Hey guys, it's Chris. So I originally recorded a reaction video to the new Star Wars Episode 7 trailer that just released tonight during halftime of Monday Night Football. But of course, as timing would have it, my internet went down. I decided to go ahead and do a trailer breakdown. This trailer blew me away. It's got me really excited about the film. Let's take a look at the trailer again, break it down, and see what's going on. So we open up with Rey, our main character, and she is a scavenger. She's on the planet Jakku. It's showing her kind of dropping down into the depths of that Star Destroyer that had crashed, 30 years prior. We hear the voice ask her, "Who are you?" And that, I believe, is going to be the character that Lupita Nyong, I believe is pronounced, is going to be playing. So obviously that's the character, I believe, also on the poster. And obviously she's going to play some importance because she seems to be Force sensitive according to this trailer. Because she's asking about who Rey is, and of course says at the end, the Force is calling out for you, all you need to do is let it in. And I love how she says, "I'm no one." I mean, this is kind of like her and the Finn character, that follow in this similar story arc about they don't really know who they are. So it's like these young characters are kind of rediscovering this universe, this galaxy that we're so used to. And then of course we have Finn, who again is a stormtrooper defected from the First Order. It kind of parallels with Rey's character on, he was raised to fight, and he's realized now that the First Order is not what he thought it was. Probably due to the fact that he sees Kylo Ren do some things he doesn't agree with when he goes on this first mission we're probably going to see. And he, of course, defects and gets shot down and crashes on Jakku. So we see him kind of probably discovering the rebellion, coming over the hill there and finding this little settlement, and that's probably where he's going to meet Rey. And he knows something's going on because he's Force sensitive, so he's probably felt some things over his lifetime, but he don't really understand what they are. And then we come to Kylo Ren, and I love his damn voice. I was kind of skeptical on how Adam Driver was going to sound in the mask, but that sounds pretty damn epic to me. And this really confirms what we've been saying, is that he's this Sith artifact collector. He's talking to the helmet of Darth Vader. Looks like he's probably scavenged a few parts on it too to make his own mask. He is under this impression that Darth Vader and the Empire were the good guys. So I think he's been led to believe that they were doing something great in the galaxy versus controlling the galaxy, and he wants to continue his legacy. That tells me that it's probably confirming that he is related, whether he ends up being the other Solo kid and Rey's brother, which I think he is, or possibly a Skywalker. But I think if they do the Skywalker line directly in this movie, at least, they'll have to go back and explain what Luke's been doing. It seems to me that he's been MIA for the last 30 years or so. We also didn't see him in this trailer as well. I think J.J. Abrams wants him to be revealed in the movie only, so he won't be used in any promotional materials. And of course we see Kylo using the Force, trying to apparently interrogate somebody they had captured, although I'm not sure he knows quite what he's doing with that, but it seems to cause him some pain. And then of course we see the epic shots with the Falcon escaping the TIE fighters, and this is probably after Han meets up with Rey and Finn, and it's really cool to me now. I kind of knew this concept ever since I've been looking into this movie. These young characters don't really know anything about what happened, 30 years prior and beyond. They haven't seen Force users, Jedi. I just thought it was awesome when you hear her say, "We heard the stories about things that have happened," and then Han's there on the Falcon saying, "It's all true. The dark side, the Jedi, they're real." So everything that we've seen in the past as far as Jedi, the Sith, the dark side, the light side, and the Force itself has become almost a legend. So I think that's a pretty badass angle to take. We see, of course, Chewie punch it and the Falcon going light speed, so I guess they got the hyperdrive working. And next we see this shot, what looks like to be the Knights of Ren, but I'm not exactly sure. It's hard to tell. It just may be some Kylo Ren elite, stormtrooper type of force. But when you look closer, they don't really look like any kind of regular stormtroopers, so this may be the Knights of Ren we're seeing here, but we don't see any other lightsabers. However, they also might not have any other lightsabers, because they don't know how to construct them, or he's the only one. Maybe he's the leader of this Knights of Ren club, and he may be the only one that knows how to build one, obviously in his garage. Then we see Finn, of course. Looks like after he's kind of joined the rebellion, he's got kind of rebel clothes on. It's kind of a parallel to A New Hope when they're about to embark on the mission to destroy the first Death Star. So it's kind of a parallel moment there. Good luck, buddy. And they're going off to fight some big battle. I can see they're going to try to parallel these movies quite a bit. So I'd imagine this one will parallel A New Hope a little bit, and probably Episode 8 would parallel Empire, and Episode 9, of course, with Jedi. Of course, the epic TIE fighter, X-Wing battles, that we all have to have in a Star Wars movie. It's hard to explain to people who don't follow this kind of stuff and get into it like us nerds, But, you know, this kind of shit brings chill bumps to see this shit coming back to the big screen. You know, I'm a fucking 5-year-old again. Now, in this next scene, we see Han leading Finn and Rey up to some kind of temple or something with a lot of flags. I want to thank my friend Tanner, who emailed me a screenshot of the trailer where he caught this. It's such a quick scene, I didn't notice it the first 4 or 5 times I watched it. There's a Mandalorian logo on one of the flags hanging up on top of this building or this temple or this castle, whatever in the hell it is. So that's very interesting. It may tie in some Boba Fett stuff, or maybe we'll see somebody else that's related to the Mandalorians. Although this may be where Luke's holed up. There seems to be a droid outside guarding it. Again, thanks to Tanner for pointing that out. Then we see a quick shot of Luke, you know, touching R2, and that's all we're going to see of him until the actual movie. But that coincides right when Han says they're real, talking about the Jedi. So again, you have Rey and Finn, you know, with these feelings being Force sensitive. They're not really sure what that means. He's kind of confirming, yeah, everything you feel is real. Everything you've heard is absolutely correct. You've never seen it, but we're about to show you. Then we see Rey kneeling over the body. A lot of people have been saying online tonight this is Chewbacca because you see some fur or something there. I don't think it's Chewie. She wouldn't be crying like that over Chewie even if he was dead, because she shouldn't know him that well yet. So I think it's going to be the Max von Sydow character who's going to be the de facto leader of this little settlement on Jakku. More epic dogfights, which I just fucking love. I love the sound of a TIE fighter going by. Of course, we get to see Leia for the first time, and she's kind of distraught or upset when Han's hugging her. So I'm thinking this may be a moment where she discovers that her son Kylo is on the dark side. For Leia to be upset, either somebody's died or she's found out that something's wrong with her kids. And then we see Finn going up against Kylo Ren. Now notice this is the same snow shot we've seen in previous trailers, but his helmet is off. And then of course it closes with "Just let it in."
Just let it in.
So this alien character is talking to apparently Rey and saying, look, what you've been feeling is real. It's the Force, just let it in. I fucking love this trailer. I've watched it probably 10 times now. I'm really super excited about it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I thought it was fucking epic. I love the music. I love the scenes. I'm kind of getting more into the story with actually seeing this kind of action now. It's making me feel a little bit better about the whole Disney takeover. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Let me know what you think about the trailer. Let me know if you see anything that I may have missed. And thanks again, Tanner, for sending me that email about the Mandalorian logo. I'm sure a lot of people missed that. I certainly did. It was such a quick scene. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.